Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore, and I'm back for the fifth of our six-part series on the second 30-day challenge that Marshall Latham and I are participating in. This time around, it's not really a competition. We're just doing it to keep our progress going, I guess. We were doing so wonderful, none of us wanted to quit. Marshall dabbled in doing other things. He ate some cookies and it made him feel rotten. And so we decided to get back to it. And so here we are, almost finishing up a second round of 30 days. We are doing days 21 to 25, which means we've gotten through 55 out of 60 days. 59 if you count me, because I did 4 days without Marshall in between. But anyways, we're not talking about that. Yeah, we're talking about days 21 to 25. So let's go see what old Big Anklevich and Marshall Latham have to say about how their days went this week. Okay, everybody, it is Sunday, which is day 21. It's also Mother's Day, and today I didn't really eat a whole lot. I had some pork rinds, which I keep saying I'm going to stop eating, but I never do. I had that at first just because I wanted something to munch on. I wasn't hungry, but I wanted something to munch on, and so I got myself some of those and ate them. I didn't eat the whole bag, so that's a improvement for me. But yeah, I made our special dinner because it's Mother's Day, so it's my turn. It's important for me to take over the duties, which I don't know, sometimes that's actually a positive for mothers, because then they just get a substandard meal. But we had steak, which is something that I am good at. So yeah, we had a couple of great big steaks that my wife bought. I think they were chuck, some top chuck. I don't know what the cut was, but they were really big. So I cooked them out on the barbecue. I couldn't even fit them in the air fryer, which is what I've been doing with my steaks for a long time. And yeah, so cooked them on the air fryer, and I ate steak for dinner, which was good, and I enjoyed it. The rest of the family ate steak and salad and some fruit like watermelon, pineapples cut up, and some Parmesan cheese-covered bread. I skipped all of that stuff and just had the steak, and yeah, it was a good meal. We had a good time together. We gave my wife some little presents. We didn't do too much because of the state of our house. All the stuff is put away or being put away. It's just kind of a mess. We've been tearing out the tile in the kitchen to try and get ready for new flooring that we have to put in. So I don't know. My wife was, I think just because of how the house is, she kept saying, I don't want presents and I don't want this and that. And she's like, we're going to do something. We watched a movie together. It was Pollyanna. I haven't seen Pollyanna in a really long time, if at all, to tell you the truth. I may have never seen it all the way. But yeah, that's what we did tonight. And it turned out to be a lot longer than I expected. Our 10-year-old was up late. He's going to be a grump tomorrow morning. Anyways, yeah, that's what I did for Mother's Day, Sunday, day 21. Let's see what Marshall did.
Yeah, nothing. I did end up cooking up dinner for everyone. But before that, I didn't eat till around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I cooked up a bunch of bacon and had that and some fried eggs with that. That was really good. And I think I finished off the cream cheese fluff that I had the day before, because I couldn't eat it all the day before. Maybe that's a good sign that I'm not wanting to eat a bunch of sweet stuff. And yeah, it was kind of a weakness. I gave in to that yesterday. And well, when I made it the day before yesterday, I should say. So anyway, I finished a helping of that up, and there's still a couple small jars left, but I might leave those for other people at this point. So yeah, so I did have a little bit of that. And then, dinner, we had dinner around 5 o'clock, so it was only within a short window So I cooked everybody up waffles and a bunch of bacon, and for the kids or whatever, and then I made up some sausage waffles again for my wife and I to eat. I used breakfast sausage instead of the Italian sausage. And I think for these sausage waffles, I think we prefer the Italian sausage, which is weird. I thought it would be the other way around, because it depends on the application, what kind of sausage we would like. But yeah, so my wife had some of that, I had some of that, and more bacon. And that was it for the day. And that's all we really needed. So again, it's becoming pretty easy. Now that I've switched from not eating in the mornings, it's becoming second nature just to have the 1 to 2 meals within a short time in the afternoon. And I don't know what else to say about that. But it's a good thing. It's good. So we will continue on with the Carnivore Challenge.
All right, thanks, Marshall. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Hello, it is Monday, day 22 of the Carnivore Challenge. And today was a good day. It was a pretty simple day. This morning I got up and I was mowing the lawn. I did a bunch of stuff before it was ever even, before I ever considered eating anything. So I didn't eat until a little bit later. And all I had was some pork rinds, the rest of the bag of pork rinds that I had from yesterday. And then I also ate a pound of sausage with 6 scrambled eggs. I ate those all up, and I was really full by the time I was done. I was actually probably full before I was done, but there was only a little bit left. So I went ahead and I ate the rest of it. And that left me quite full. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stick with that as my meal for the day. I'm not going to try and go back and do anything else. And so that was it. I just had just that for the day, and guess doing 1 meal a day today. I'm fasting for the rest of the day. Let's see what Marshall did today.
For lunch, I had some pork rinds, I had some taco meat, I had some Baby Bell cheese, and I had some jerky, a little bit of jerky. Well, good amount of jerky, I guess. And that was good for lunch. And then in the evening, I came home and I was looking through the fridge. There wasn't a lot of things that looked good that I wanted to. I didn't want to make anything. I was lazy. And there was a bunch of chicken breast in the fridge. And I started to eat that, and it just wasn't doing it for me. And then it dawned on me, oh crap, I was going to make breakfast for dinner. So I went back and cooked up some scrambled eggs with some bacon crumbles. Got some bacon crumbles the other day, and put a bunch of that in with the scrambled eggs, or in with the eggs, and scrambled it all up. Put a little heavy cream in there, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. It filled me up. However, I did have a little bit more of that cream cheese fluff just to finish it off. That's what I tell myself anyway. So it's all gone now. I'm not going to make any more. I'm not going to be weak. Even if my family is eating or making a bunch of sweets, I'll be good. I guess the other update is I haven't been able to find any head cheese. I had challenged Big for some head cheese, and I wasn't too serious about it, to be honest, but he took me up on it, and so I figured, okay, if he's going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then he challenged me to some sardines, to eat sardines. And my wife picked up some sardines yesterday. She was going to the store to get some medicine, have some sick kids. And I said, hey, can you look for sardines? Because I've been meaning to do that after work, stop by the store and look for some sardines. And so she found some. So I'm ready to eat sardines. I don't know when I'm going to do it, maybe this weekend, because I mean we're getting to the end of the challenge for that. But yeah, I think we'll just forego eating the head cheese because it's not easy to find. You'd have to pay a lot to get it online, or go to a butcher or something, I'm guessing, if they even have it there. I do remember seeing head cheese, like Oscar Mayer head cheese when I was a kid in the grocery store, but I guess it's fallen out of favor. All the older people maybe that used to eat it when I was a kid aren't around anymore to have a demand for head cheese. But I am kind of interested to try it. It's basically the idea behind it was it's basically the meat from the hog's head, and then they call it like a meat jelly. They put it in a gelatin, all these little pieces of meat from the hog's head, and they put it in a gelatin and then make a loaf out of it, or put a shape out of it, and then so that you can slice it up. And that doesn't sound too bad, really, but you're probably eating some snout and some cheeks and some pig ears or whatever like that. So it's probably not that bad, but I've never had it. But anyway, we're gonna forego the head cheese for this challenge. Maybe there'll be a challenge down the road where we'll try out the head cheese.
All right, thanks, Marshall. Looking good. Okay, see you guys next time. Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, which is day 23, and it was a good day today. Had bacon and eggs for breakfast this morning, and I took the leftover steak from Mother's Day to work, and I had that at about, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that, this evening. And that was the food that I ate. I'm cautiously optimistic. I stepped on the scale the other day and I'd lost weight. Then I stepped on it this morning and I'd gone back up some, so who knows? That's the way with losing weight, is that it tends to, go up and down, because every time you eat something, then your weight goes up a little. Every time you use the bathroom, it goes down a little. So I don't know. Every time you take a drink, it goes up. Every time you pee, it goes down, It's like a train station, what our body's like. So I don't know if I should get excited about that or not. My belt buckle, my loop, the belt loop that I use has come down since before. So there's that. But anyways, let's head over and see what Marshall's doing today.
It's pretty typical now, around lunchtime, 11:30, 12 o'clock, somewhere in there. I finished off some of the chicken breast that I had the night before. I had some bacon bits in there with it, give it some more flavor. I also had 2 Costco hot dogs with cheese melted on the top of it. And I had a little bit of, a little tiny baggie of some summer sausage that I found in the fridge. And with a little bit of cheese with that as well. Then I didn't eat till around, 5:30 or something like that. When I got home, I made up some scrambled eggs and sausage. But I kind of had to cook that up pretty quick because we were going to a movie last night and went to go see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And the temptation was not there to eat the popcorn this time. I didn't even think about eating the popcorn. Well, of course, I had my little bag of almonds that I brought with me. So, just kidding, big. I didn't have any almonds. But yeah, I was full from my scrambled eggs and sausage, and didn't even think about even having popcorn. We got a couple popcorn for the kids, and that was it. And I wasn't tempted at all. So I would say that's improvement in my outlook. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't craving, I guess you could say, the popcorn like I was last time I went to a movie when I was on the first round of the Carnivore Challenge. So I guess I'm evolving into the carnivore that I'm trying to be.
All right. Thanks, Marshall. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, everybody. Wednesday, day 24. It was a pretty good day. I had some breakfast sausage and eggs, like a pound of sausage, and 6 eggs for my it was lunch. And then I took what was left of the hamburger meat with me. I think somebody ate at it. They must have made like tacos or something. I don't know what happened, but it had a lot less meat in it than I expected it to. But I took what was left of it with me to work, and I ate that at work. And that was the whole of my food for the day. So it was a good day. And we'll see how Marshall did.
Day 24, yeah, I didn't eat till around 11:30 or so. And I had some leftover breakfast sausage, just a little bit of that. And then my wife had cooked up a roast that she had in the freezer. And so I had a bunch of that, melted some butter on it as I heated it up. And that brought out a lot of the juices, a lot of the flavor. That was really good. And I had some pork rinds also. In fact, I doubled down on the pork rinds. I had that for dinner. I didn't feel like eggs or, looking for anything else. So I just melted some cheese on the pork rinds and put some bacon crumbles on the top of it. That was pretty darn good. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And that's it. I was done. Wasn't too hungry after that. Well, yeah. I'm not that hungry anymore. I mean, I get hungry when I eat my 2 meals, but it's not the big thing in my life is the next meal. And it's just I think I'm doing it right at this point. I think getting rid of the cooking in the morning has been a great benefit. How many times have I said that already? But yeah, it just seems to work a lot better this way. So I'm glad that I'm moving forward. I haven't checked in on my weight or anything lately. Maybe I'll have to do that just to see where it's going. Not that it matters, but it's always encouraging, right? When you lose weight.
All right, thanks, Marshall. There you go. See you next time. All right, it is Thursday, which is day 25. There's only 5 days left. And pretty soon we'll be at day 60 of our 30-day challenge. Today was good. This morning I went out to do some stuff, and so of course I got myself a little bag of pork rinds and I ate it while I was out. Then after that I got home. I didn't really have as much time as I wanted to be able to cook a bunch of stuff, so I threw some hot dogs into the air fryer. They were brats, so not hot dogs, but I threw those into the air fryer. I have 4 of them. I had those, and then as soon as those were done, I threw some bacon in there. I cooked up like probably a pound of bacon, and I ate that. I didn't make any eggs to go with it. I just had brats and bacon and some pork rinds. And that was my meal for the day. I came out when I was ready to go to work. I didn't have time to, cook anything. And I hadn't prepared. There was nothing ready to go. And so I just had to go as is. So that's what I did. And yeah, that was my day 25. Let's see what Marshall did.
It's pretty much more of the same. Yesterday for lunch, I had cut up a whole bunch of kielbasa. And I pretty much had the whole thing. And 3 pieces of Baby Bell cheese. And I think a few pork rinds. I had a few pork rinds in there for around noon time. And then for dinner, I just cooked up my eggs and sausage. 4 fried eggs on sausage. 3 patties, sausage patties. That was really good. That's really all I needed. It's interesting, the lunches. They say to eat until you're comfortably stuffed. And yeah, I haven't been, I've been getting fuller sooner with less food. And typically I would think that's a good thing, because that means my stomach is shrinking and I don't need as much food to feel full. And so, and I guess that's the same thing, but they say on carnivore you need to eat lots of food so that your body has that fuel to use for the good purposes that it's being used for. So you need to eat lots of food, but I probably didn't need to eat those pork rinds, but I felt like, well, I should eat a little bit more to be comfortably stuffed. So I ate some more pork rinds. But do I really need, if I'm not feeling super hungry for food and I eat what I brought, I ate the whole kielbasa and I ate the cheese and I felt I wasn't hungry anymore, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess I need to find that range where I'm comfortably stuffed. What does that mean? No discomfort, a little bit of discomfort. Maybe, where I feel like, wow, I just can't eat anymore. I think that's probably going too far. But anyway, that's where I'm at with this. And yeah, just keep it on. So here we go. We're down to the last 5 days of the challenge. It's gone by quick.
All right. Thanks, Marshall. All right. We'll see you guys next time. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your ride. This week was an interesting week because we had Mother's Day in the middle of it. And that's always one of those real struggles. Holidays is a hard thing to deal with when you're trying to do any kind of a healthy eating regimen. Because that's not what holidays are about. The good thing is that this Mother's Day is not one of the worst ones. It's not Christmas. It's not New Year's. It's not Halloween or Thanksgiving where you gorge yourself on sweets. You drink yourself to death. You eat until you're in a stupor. It's not one of those, really. Mother's Day, generally, you have a big meal. Maybe you take your mom out to brunch or something like that. That's a pretty common thing that people do. But, it's not too hard to avoid. Usually there is some desserts involved. You make your wife or your mom a dessert, or, the kids make something for mom. Something like that, is pretty standard. And there was one like that for me in my personal Mother's Day this year. I got cheesecake for my wife, and cheesecake's one of my favorite things, but I did not eat the cheesecake. I wasn't even tempted. And I think Marshall was the same. He wasn't really tempted for any of that kind of stuff because it was, you're not hungry. You don't have, once you get to the point where you're not hungry anymore, all those cravings that are always itching at you, they tend to pass, and you can turn your nose up, give the cold shoulder to the desserts or the other unhealthy stuff, like, I don't know, mashed potatoes or whatever it may be that's in your particular holiday meal. So that's pretty awesome. You can still have things that cause you issues when you're on carnivore. Like, I've had eaten pork rinds and, eaten way too much of them, eaten a whole bag in a sitting, all that kind of stuff, eating too much sausage. I don't know, sausage is not horrible, but sausage is not just meat, it's got other stuff in there. And depending on your level, that may not be a good thing, like some people, that's not even going to make a dent in them, but for others, they need to be as pure as possible, it just depends. And I think I'm one of those guys that needs to be more pure right now. But it's okay, because that stuff's going to go away soon. I've made that decision to switch to a all fresh meat diet come the end of this challenge. And I think that's going to be good. I think that'll be helpful. Marshall was really kicking butt this week. He figured out what to do. He's been trying to get himself down to a smaller window for eating, where he's only eating at certain times. And every time he tried it before, he couldn't do it. But he realized if he just switched his window, didn't eat breakfast, only ate lunch and dinner, then he could get it down to where he has, an 18-hour fast every day. And I think that's going to make a big difference for him, for his weight loss, for his health, and everything. It's just one of those things that's good for you, to only eat when you're hungry. He was asking about that, thinking about whether he was eating enough or not. He ate some stuff and he wasn't sure if he should have or if he shouldn't have. And yeah, I mean, that's really it's a skill you got to learn to know when you're hungry and when you're not hungry anymore. And then, also to wait until you're hungry again to eat. Your body will tell you when it wants food, and it doesn't need it otherwise. And you just got to learn to accept that, I guess. You need the zen of understanding that your body knows what it needs, and to allow it to tell you what that is and to listen to it. Yeah, that's really all there is to eating carnivore, is eat meat when you're hungry until you're not hungry, until you're full. And then don't eat again until you're hungry, and then eat meat until you're full. It's a really simple process. Makes all this stuff that we deal with food as humans so much more simple. I really like it. Most days I don't even bring anything to work with me, because I eat right before I leave, and I know with meat I'm going to be full for the whole 8 hours that I'm there. And oh my gosh, it's so much more handy. I hate dragging around a stupid lunch bag and sticking it in the fridge and hoping some jerk off doesn't get in there and eat my stuff, and all that kind of crap that you have to deal with. I don't have to deal with that. And I get a half hour that I would have spent eating that I could do something else with, like write, which is something I have done frequently in the past. I'm going to start again coming the start of June. So yeah, it's really wonderful when you really get the hang of things and get it going on. Marshall mentioned the head cheese thing. For some reason, I thought that we'd already said that we'd gotten rid of that. I guess I released the videos out of order, because I already put the video out of us eating the sardines, but not eating head cheese. So yeah, that was the deal. We couldn't find head cheese anywhere, and I guess it's not a thing that happens anymore. People aren't into head cheese. They don't want meat jellies or whatever the heck head cheese is. I don't know. It's probably good for you. It's probably really wonderful. Someday I'll try it. I'll come across it and I will try it. And that will be a wonderful day, I am sure. But I can't believe Marshall talking about friggin' Oscar Mayer head cheese. That I can't. I mean, really? My head cheese has a first name. It's Oscar. My head cheese has a second name. It's Mayer. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with Head cheesy. I don't know how you would fit that in. Cheese has too many syllables, too many letters. Anyways, that just sounds weird. Was there really an era when head cheese was made by Oscar Mayer? I guess it could be possible. These days, all they make is crap. Along with everyone else. Just crap. If it's not coming from a butcher, just steer clear of it. One thing that I talked about in here is just how my weight loss, it looked like it might be happening, looked like something might be going on, went down a little bit, and I was surprised. I don't know. I don't think I really lost weight, because this come back up. It may have just been the fact that I was working a lot in the yard, or that I was outside and getting hot enough that I was getting really sweaty and I lost some extra water weight. And then when I drank a few glasses of water, it came back on. I don't know, but still isn't happening. That's another reason why I want to try this all fresh meat thing, because I figure that's the most healthy possible thing that I can do, and so why not go all in and go for it? And B, I would like to see if it can lose weight. I watched a video by Kelly Hogan, and she had an interview with somebody, and they were talking about, you know, people like me who have been doing carnivore and haven't started losing weight. I mean, I'm almost 2 months in, and I haven't lost any weight. And one of the things he said was, maybe you're eating too much sausage because it has stuff in it. You might want to take a look at your sausage, see what's in it, maybe just cut it out. So I'm giving it a shot. We'll see what happens. At the very least, it's going to speed me along the way, because it is the most healthy thing that I can do. It's going to give me the most vitamins, the most minerals, the most protein, all that kind of stuff to repair whatever damage that I've done to myself. So I really need to get going on that. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be good. Just 5 days away. It was pretty awesome to see Marshall, you know, his stories from this week, don't you think? He was talking about how he went to the movie theater with his family to see Doctor Strange, and he didn't struggle with smelling the popcorn that everybody had. He didn't want the popcorn. He didn't have a bag of almonds. He did great. You know what I mean? It was so much different. I remember the last time, a month ago, he went to the movie, and he mentioned it in one of his videos. And yeah, he said it was just tough, the smell of the popcorn that everybody was having, and he just wanted to have that. I think he ate a bag of almonds to avoid it. But now he's even past that. So yeah, he's just doing great. You know, he's talked about just how all that kind of stuff doesn't faze him anymore. You know, and I mentioned to him at the start of all of this, you know, when he was asking questions about carnivore, and I told him, you know, the whole purpose of carnivore is to learn to see food as fuel and not as entertainment. You know, that's what we are kind of needing to do. Our whole society needs to do that. How much culture is built around the entertainment of food. You know, people want their meals to be, there's TV shows, reality shows, you know, their meals have to be exciting and unusual and interesting and flavorful and sweet and whatever. And you've got just, you know, an insane, and whenever you're bored, you're sitting at home, you don't have anything to do, you get up, you walk to the fridge or the pantry or whatever, you grab yourself some bag of crap, some soda, something, so that you can munch on that while you're you know, watching TV or driving to work. You know, my wife was telling me that just the other day. She's trying to get off Dr. Pepper because that's something that she is totally addicted to, which, you know, I understand that. 2 months ago, so was I. But yeah, she's trying to get off of it, and she was just saying that, you know, it's going to be hard driving to work because she's got a really long commute. It's like an hour, 15-minute commute. And, you know, the entertainment value of drinking her big 32-ounce McDonald's large Dr. Pepper each day on her way to work, you know, that was one of those things that she liked to help her pass the time. And I was just like, we got to get you some audiobooks or something, baby, because, you know, that's not entertainment. That's just drinking poison. It's drinking poison. You're entertaining yourself by killing yourself. So yeah, but Marshall's gotten to that point, you know, he was talking about that, and he isn't driven by his stomach, the entertainment value of the food anymore. It's only been 55 days and he's there, and hopefully he can continue to go once this all finishes up 5 days from now. He's got it. It's not entertainment. it's just fuel. And he's starting to treat it as that. And oh man, I love it. It's so great, isn't it? I feel so great that I am to that point too, you know. I think I had a little bit of a head start on Marshall because I'd done all this stuff before. But yeah, it's really awesome. And it's amazing the things that we've been able to accomplish in these 2 30-day challenges. So there you go. That's our show for today. I'm going to let you guys go. I've jabbered long enough. And we'll be back again soon with the final video of the 2 30-day challenges between Marshall Latham and I. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching Big Anklovich on health.